Ready when you are, Chair.
Thank you very much, Maisie. Morning, Liz.
Good morning.
Thank you for your patience, sir.
Thank you.
Just to recap on a couple of things on this, is there any declarations of interest on this particular part, members?
No, Chair.
No, right, that's fine. Thank you. And you was at the beginning there, Liz, when you know who everybody is. Do you need me to go through that again?
No, it's fine. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All parties received a copy of today's agenda hearing. Have all the subcommittee seen a copy of the procedure? And are there any questions or issues that anyone wishes to raise during this procedure?
No.
No.
Are there any preliminary issues that anyone wishes to raise?
No, Chair.
No, Chair.
So without further ado, this hearing is in respect of the aforementioned application for a premise licence. I would like to introduce the Licensing Enforcement Officer to introduce this report. There you go, Martin. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. This application is in relation to the Eccentric Englishman. To consider an application for a new premises licence submitted by Miss Elizabeth Cox for the premises licence at 21 St Giles Street, Northampton. An application was submitted by Miss Cox and the application was received by West Northamptonshire Council on the 9th of July 2021. The premises are intended to be a cafe/bar with an emphasis during the daytime on hot beverages, cake and afternoon teas, but with some alcohol provision. In the evenings, the premises will be more of a bar with a range of quality alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. There will be provision for recorded music and some acoustic live music, mainly 1920s style jazz. The application is for the following licensable activities: the performance of plays, Sunday to Thursday, 11 till 2300 hours, Friday and Saturday, 11 till midnight. Live music, recorded music, and anything similar to live recorded music or dance for the same hours. That's 11 till 2300 hours and 11 till midnight on Friday and Saturday. Late night refreshment on Friday and Saturday between 2300 hours and midnight, and the sale of alcohol on premises only, Sunday to Thursday, 11 till 2300 hours, and Friday and Saturday, 11 till midnight. The proposed designated premises supervisor is Miss Elizabeth Cox, the holder of a personal licence issued by Northampton Borough Council. When a request for a new premises licence or club premises certificate is received, the applicant must display a notice at or near the premises and serve a copy of the application onto the responsible authorities. In this case, it was an electronic application, so the requirement was on the local authority to serve the copy of the application onto the responsible authorities. This gives responsible authorities and interested parties the opportunity to make representations in relation to the application for a period of 28 calendar days. The last date for making representations with this application was on the 6th of August 2021. An obligatory notice was displayed at the premises as verified by licensing officers, and there was a newspaper advertisement. Northamptonshire Police have considered the application and made a representation after considering the application and have agreed some conditions with the applicant that they see necessary to meet the licensing objectives for this premises and its operating schedule. These agreed conditions can be seen at Appendix C. Environmental Health have considered the above mentioned premises licence application pertinent to the licensing objective of the prevention of public nuisance and made no representation. The local authority is required to send a notice of the hearing to all interested parties and request confirmation of attendance. A notice of the hearing was sent to the following persons on the 12th of August 2021, and that's Miss Elizabeth Cox and PC Sandy Tracy from Northamptonshire Police. Miss Cox is here today, however, Sandy Tracy from Northamptonshire Police has decided not to attend, having agreed the conditions, and is happy to for this matter to be heard in her absence. Plans of the and location of the premises are situated in this report at Appendix B. The options for the subcommittee are that if representations are made and at the end of the consultation period the licensing authority must hold this hearing to consider them, it must take such steps to consider that it considers appropriate for the promotion of the licensing objectives. The licensing objectives being the prevention of crime and disorder, public safety, the prevention of public nuisance and the protection of children from harm. The steps the subcommittee can take are to grant the licence subject to conditions, both mandatory and those relevant to the operating schedule and the licensing objectives, to exclude from the scope of the licence any licensable activity to which the application relates, to refuse to specify a person in the licence as the premises supervisor, or to reject the application outright. In considering those options, the subcommittee must consider the statement of licensing policy, the guidance issued under Section 182 of the Licensing Act 2003, Section 9 of which gives guidance for the determination of that application. And each application must be considered on its merits. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much indeed, Martin. So now we're going to hear presentations from the applicant. As in this case, there's no objectors. You'll have an opportunity to make presentations later on in the application as well, Liz. And at the end of the presentation, you'll get an opportunity to ask any questions. Without further ado, Liz, can I ask you to do your application, please?
Yes, we are planning on opening the Eccentric Englishman in Giles Street. It's very small premises, 2 floors. Our main objective will be serving during the day what we call a tiddly tea. It's an afternoon tea with cocktails and mocktails in teapots and teacups. We don't plan on being a late night venue. I know in the application that with the licensing, we've asked for 11 and midnight at weekends. And that will be mainly for if we are hiring the whole place out for a private function, which hopefully we intend to do later on. Our main objective, though, will be to serve the theatre crowd before they go into the theatre, and mums and daughters, ladies that lunch. We want to be somewhere where families can go, somewhere that's away from the norm. It's going to be extremely quirky, based on Phileas Fogg. With the recommendations and conditions that the police sent us, we've already had the CCTV fitted. There are 3 camera points. It's fitted with HD, so everything's clear. So with the protection of adults and children alike, that's all underway. It's all recordable, and as well with the Challenge 25, we are happy to adhere to all that and every other condition that the police made to us, along with environmental health. We're happy to adhere to. We just want to make a nice place for people to come and visit, and something that Northampton hasn't really got.
Okay. Is there anything else you wish to say there, Liz?
No, don't think so.
Thank you very much indeed for that. Martin, can I just ask, is there anything you want to clarify in your report? Are you happy?
Don't think so, Chair. Why?
Oh, that's good.
So you've got to be worried there.
No, I was just referring to the previous conversation. Committee members, Sally, would you like to ask any questions?
Yeah, just a brief question. Could I ask Liz, is it?
Yeah.
Thank you for your presentation. It sounds very unusual and quite quirky, as you say. Obviously, there'll be bookings for this as well, primarily apart from just walk-ins, because obviously that is something that people would take their mum for an afternoon tea on their birthday and things like that, to do something different. So are you going to do bookings? And when you do let the whole room or the whole premises as a function area, will you still be on premises to make sure everything is okay?
Yes, indeed. We are already we've generated a lot of interest over the last couple of months with promotions, and we have bookings ready to go. I will also be on the premises all of the time. If we do hire out the premises for private functions, I will be there continuously.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Sally.
Chair,
Right.
may I just ask one question, just to
Certainly.
clarify a point? Ms Cox, can you just clarify your position in the business? Are you the owner?
I am, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mike?
I've got no questions at this stage. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I've got no questions, I've Louise. So thank you very much. So now all parties will have an opportunity to sum up, and I'll just go back to Martin, if I may. Martin, could you just briefly sum up, please?
Yes, Chair. As I say, the application came to us in early July. It's gone through a process as normal with the police, only the police with any sort of representation or intervention, which has gone smoothly with agreement with the applicant of conditions which are of benefit potentially to the licence and the licensing objectives. And the report is before you with all the facts. And that's basically my summing up. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And have you had sufficient time to say everything to the subcommittee?
Yes, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Martin. Liz, may I ask you to sum up the application, please?
Yes, I just really, this is something we've put a lot of heart and soul into, a lot of research, and we've got so much positiveness from people around the town. Looking forward to celebrating and coming in for special occasions, and it just is something that we feel Northampton needs, and yeah, it's something that it's my dream basically. So it means a lot, and it, you know, I think it'll be great for the street and for the town.
Thank you very much, Liz. And do you feel you've had enough time to speak to the subcommittee today?
Yes, thank you all.
Thank you very much, Liz. What we'll do now is we'll retire to make our decision, and Democratic Services will write to you within the next 5 working days.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone.
Indeed. Thank you for your time
Thank
today.
you.
Bye.
Bye.